I had a county, the sheriff's office contracted with the city, and I was trying to just think how they overcame that, and I just...
Well, we have the base blueprint of what we do with Bird City to operate off of.
Right.
It's going to be a different cat because Bird City is and if I have my classifications wrong, somebody correct me, but Bird City is a Class 3 city, St. Francis is a Class 2 city. And if you read the statutes over them, as it pertains to law enforcement, they are different statutes and there's different requirements. So it is kind of a horse of a different color, but it's similar enough that it gives us a blueprint of how what you're talking about happens, of how we're going to run things through municipal courts. We run things through the municipal court in Bird City regularly. And of course, we run things that happen in Bird City through district court regularly. So we have that blueprint. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time reinventing the wheel when we have one that works. We just need to adjust it to what the citizens and the City Council of St. Francis want from a law enforcement agency in their town, and those changes of the statute between a Class 3 and a Class 2 city. And I think if we do that and use the base blueprint that we have for Bird City here, it'll save us a lot of time in the long run. So,
I think it's inevitable anyway. I think you're going about it right. Let's make sure we get all of our options out there. Take a look at what we want, what they want, and then negotiate from there. It's just unfortunate we have this time restraint.
And like I said, we have retirement happening on August 30th. We're not bound by that to get a contract done.
Sure.
It'd be nice to have answers because there's a lot of people who are going to have questions over what's happening and stuff.
Particularly your remaining PD officer.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to be full of them.
Yeah, and but we need to get it done sooner than later. I don't want this to be an excuse to procrastinate on getting something done. But like I said, I do not foresee any scenario to where on the 31st, wild anarchy breaks out in St. Francis because there's not a police department. It's still we're still gonna be operating. We're still gonna be answering 911 calls. We're still gonna be going to calls of service and servicing St. Francis as we always have. We're just gonna be serving them for longer periods of time, and than what we have in the past because there's gonna be a shift short. We can get a gentleman's agreement, something as simple as the one remaining officer goes to work on the 31st, he's going to work as a city PD officer as he always has, but somebody, either the mayor, somebody, or myself, somebody is directly supervising him until we get the contract done.
Yeah.
So.
What is the statute? Does the city have to have somebody on call 24 hours a day?
No. What it says is, I think the word sufficient is used. Don't quote me on that. Class 2 city must have a sufficient city marshal, police force, whatever. And it's through the mayor and the city council. And what it says is if they do not, it shall not be the sheriff's responsibility, is what the statute says. Of course, and then you have conflict with the sheriff's statute where the sheriff and his job is to keep the peace in the county. So the way it's kind of interpreted is the sheriff has responsibility to keep peace no matter what. He doesn't have the responsibility to take care of a loose dog running down the street. He doesn't have the responsibility of loud kids at the park. It's
Because
to keep the peace.
it's not based in a state statute.
Yeah. So I have the responsibility to ensure the safety and the peace of the community. Beyond that, so I always put it this way, and this is not what's going to happen. I have the responsibility, if you call me and somebody says somebody broke into your house in city limits, I have the responsibility to go check your house, make sure there's not a burglar in there and you're not going to get hurt, and leave. I don't have the responsibility to solve the crime. And that's the way I kind of interpret it. Obviously, we're not going to do that to people in St. Francis. We're going to give everything our full effort and everything like we always have. But that's kind of the interpretation of that. I have the right to keep you, I have the duty to keep you safe, but beyond that, not much more in a Class 2 city. But
Back years ago, we tried this before, but it was a different city council, it was a different sheriff, and I always thought it was a good fit.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be
Personally, if they can get along, it'll be great.
Well, it costs some, it eliminates some redundancy in equipment and training, and I think we could all,
Save them money and save us money.
yeah, I think we could all benefit from it if we could get the right
Yeah,
agreement.
and if you get the right agreement and you leave it as such, if St. Francis grows, some industry comes in St. Francis and they feel that they need a municipal police department again, you leave the door open that they can
Yeah,
always recreate
next
their,
year, yeah.
recreate their own police department and go again.
I think we're on the right track.
So, that's it.
When is your next council meeting?
The 26th. And we'd be open to having a special meeting to discuss law enforcement if we need to.
Well, all three of us can't attend unless we call it a special meeting. But I think at least one of us need to be there. Plus the county attorney.
I didn't see that one coming.
No, I bet not. But if that's agreeable with you guys, we'll try to make that happen.
What time on the 26th?
7:30.
Well, we're really not gonna have too much to do with it. It's gonna be basically between the city council and
us. But, you
I
know,
mean, you know what I mean.
yeah, but I always like you guys' input, and
Yes, I
because at the
understand
end,
that, and it's-
I'm gonna have to come in and say, hey, you know, the 2020 budget needs to be adjusted, but here's the funding to adjust it with. So I think if we work together as a team with it, you know, between city council, the board of commissioners, the county attorney, myself, the city attorney, I think if we all communicate and work together as a team, we could probably come up with a decent contract to do this with.
Oh, I'm sure we can too. I have no doubt. Okay.
You have anything else for me, gentlemen?
I don't think so, Kelly. Or Kelly, I'm sorry. Cody. Kelly's next. I've already moved on.
You've already moved on, all right. If you've already moved on, I'm moving on. You guys have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks.
Are you going to have time to come up after you're done with this one?
Sure. I'll be here all
Good
day.
morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Terry.
Thank you.
How you doing, Kelly? Good, how are you? Hey, Roger.
I will come and visit and see what's going on.
Holy
Thanks,
cow.
Kelly.
We're up about 1,000
So, yeah,
about 3,000.
we had a really good July.
Somebody's working hard there.
Yeah, they are. So, outpatient, 4,068. A lot of inpatients, 23. Emergency room, 79. Rural Health Clinic up substantially to 1169. Surgeries at 9, specialty clinic at 42. And the average acute length of stay was 3.5 days, and swing bed average 12.5. So
Things are looking up, apparently.
Dr. Leck has been the key, I guess, common denominator for everything, for the numbers to go up.
Sure.
I saw her yesterday and I was very impressed with her and her staff that she has.
We have not heard one negative thing
Yeah.
anywhere.
Well, when you consider probably about 80% of her book of business from Goodland has decided to come over here to see her over here, I mean, that's a good indicator that, you know, she's a great
You've
doc.
got somebody.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's fantastic, Kelly. I hope it continues for you,
Yeah.
and you can get her some support soon.
Get her some help quick, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a priority now.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So, have a couple of good leads, but not real solid yet, but we're getting close. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Everything else, the building's holding up the way it should.
Yeah, we had somebody come in and take a look at the roof, and so the roof It's probably going to need some work within, I'm going to say, the next 24 months. It just hasn't had any real work done on it since '04, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
You know, those things
There's a lot
are,
of stuff up on top of that roof. isn't
oh
there?
my, yeah. A lot of weight sitting up there and just, you know,
A lot of places to leak.
yeah, yeah. I think the square footage up there is about 16,000, so there's quite a few areas, Roger, like you said, possibility for leaks, so. And with the rain that we received, we did have a couple leaks, so it just, you
Yeah.
know.
You
know
weren't
how
alone
that
there.
building is. Yeah,
I think everybody did.
yeah, so. But,
It's pretty cool to take a shower and never get out of bed.
yeah. Yeah. So all in all, we're doing pretty good. So,
Good, fantastic. We're happy to hear that.
any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like I say, the word is that your new physician's doing great, and obviously this supports that, so.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, everybody have a wonderful day.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kelly.
See y'all later.
You said DJ got scratched.
Yeah. Take a break or get her in?
Yeah, let's take a break.